Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the week of May 20th to May 26th. Now, as we start this week, we only have 2.5 weeks left in this trimester. So, some of the things that we're going to talk about today are going to be about our final kind of 2 weeks and what to expect and how kind of I set up grades to hopefully help you get a good idea of where you're at and hopefully give you a good idea of where you want to go as far as the course goes. So, as we go into US government and politics, we go into our current folder, we're going into Module 6, which is our last module. As soon as we are done with Module 6, the only thing left for us is that final exam. So we're seeing kind of that end of the road as far as the try goes. So we want to make sure that we're finishing strong. Now, as we go into Module 6, we start right at the top, issues in foreign policy. And we're going all the way to the part where it says your issues in courts quiz. So this big portion right here, kind of you're going to work through this and look at a lot of different mini lessons as far as what public opinion is, what media does. They're interesting and very up to date as far as how that influences politics in the U.S. Now, one of the things that I want to remind you, as we get to the end of the trimester, a lot of people start to panic. And I'm starting to grade a lot of stuff where I'm just putting zero saying this is plagiarized or AI generated. Everything that you hand in should be in your own words. So just make sure you focus on that, because one of the biggest things I need to do is grade your understanding, not something that you just copied off the internet and put in. So make sure everything is in your own words. Now, we have a couple important dates this week. On Wednesday this week, the 22nd, you're going to see me mark every assignment that we have left after this week as missing. And I do that for two reasons. One, so that you can see what your final grade would be if it ended on Wednesday. And two, to motivate you to get that grade up and to work towards your final grade. And so the reason I do that is some people want an A and say they're at an A minus after I mark all of that. They know exactly what they have to do and how many assignments they have to complete in order to get that A. Now, I don't care if it's an A, I don't care if it's a B, I don't care if it's a C. Whatever your goal is, that gives you that opportunity to work towards that goal and earn that grade that you deserve. And so that's the big thing on Wednesday. You're going to see them all marked as missing. Now, that leads me to my second date. That second date is Thursday, May 23rd. Now, this is the date that my senior hold list is due. And so once I mark those all absent on Wednesday, if there's even a small chance that anybody is not going to pass the course and you're a senior, I have to put you on that senior hold list. Now, it's not something that I want to do, it's something that I have to do. Now, I personally want that number at zero. So let's work super hard this week for those people that may be behind a little bit to catch up, even go ahead of us, and go ahead and finish the course early if you can. Now, that semester exam, when I mark that as missing, that's obviously going to have a major impact on your grade. But that's how it's set up, and that's what we've been talking about the last couple of weeks, is working ahead and making sure you're staying ahead of our calendar. So I don't do it to try to get anybody in trouble. I do it to give you a clear picture of what your grade is, and you get to see those changes impact your grade and raise your grade as you complete those items. So I spent a ton of time this weekend kind of getting a lot of people's tests done and graded so that you had those and you had a pretty good idea now. But now it's your turn to kind of spend some time in the next 3 days making sure that we're taking care of the things that we need to. So the 22nd, you're going to see those grade changes. The 23rd, you're going to get the senior hold list, and I'll contact you if I put you on that list. But remember, everything is done in your own words. So just make sure you're conscious of that and make sure that you're taking care of that and make sure that you're doing the right thing on those. I look forward to working with you this week. Let me know if you have any questions. Stay strong. You got this. 2.5 weeks is going to fly by. Have a great one. We'll talk soon.